Good day everyone! I am Mary Joel R. Ibanez and today I will be presenting our chosen topic titled Motor Learning, Reacquisition of Motor Skills in Basketball. Background of the study. Motor learning is the improvement and acquisition of motor skills. It is also the reacquisition of skills that are difficult to perform or cannot be performed because of an injury or disease. Now, in many sports, injuries are common even in today's improved programs and facilities. In basketball, some known injuries are sprains, jammed fingers, and fractures, and according to experts, different conditions and injuries have different rehabilitation and time frames depending on the severity and location of the injury. According to Boydie 2017, if you go beyond a week without activity, you begin to experience the effect of detraining. It is a phenomenon in which you lose the beneficial effect of training. However, the muscles and skills can return to the pre-training and retraining level with the concept of muscle memory. Scientific knowledge. As mentioned earlier, motor learning is the acquisition or reacquisition of motor skills. In other words, motor learning is a complex processes in the brain that allow for production of a new motor skill. Now, there are three stages in which motor skill occurs according to Fitz and Posner model. The first stage is the cognitive stage, the second is the associative stage, and the third one is the autonomous stage. Cognitive stage is where the beginner primarily focuses on what to do and how to do it. During this stage, the goal is to develop an overall understanding of the skill. Associative stage is where, after an unspecified amount of practice, the performance starts to improve. During this stage, the learner begins to demonstrate a more refined movement. Autonomous stage. This is where the skill has become autonomic. Progression to this level of learning allows the learner to perform the skill in any environment with very little cognitive involvement compared to the first stage. Now, in every sport, injuries aren't always avoidable due to circumstances, and basketball does not exempt from that. Some of the most common injuries in basketball are hand and wrist injuries like sprains. Severe injuries like fractures are caused by great impact, causing the player to fall onto ground with broken bones. These injuries are one of the reasons why athletes regress to less developed state due to deconditioning. That's why there's this phenomenon called muscle memory, which helps in reacquiring the skills you had before the predicament happened. The skills may be manifested due to the fact that the motor ability has been restored and preserved in the nervous system. Skill acquisition or classification of the chosen topic. The group decided to present the topic in the form of a short film depicting the journey of a student athlete. This presentation aims to highlight the importance of muscle memory to an athlete who is slowly relearning his basketball skills after recovering from an arm injury. Size of primary musculature requires. Gross motor skill requires the use of large musculature to achieve the goal of the skill. Majority of the skills shown in the performance include fundamental skills in basketball such as running, jumping, blocking, dribbling, and dunking. Fine motor skills demonstrate the use of small muscles by the performer. Some fundamental skills highlight the hand-eye coordination like shooting and proper ball handling. The stability of the environmental context. As the performer is reacquiring his skill through practicing by himself, nothing in the environmental context moves or changes location. Hence, it is a close motor skill. Meanwhile, when the performer is playing, the other person involved is in motion, so the skills manifest as open motor skills. The specificity of where movements of a skill begin and end. The performer's movement of the skill shows continuous and serial motor skills. Repetitive and series of combined movements are common in the fundamental skills in basketball. Methodology. Google Meet and chat were utilized to hold the group meetings, which include the preparation for the lecture recital, planning on what kind of performance the group will present, brainstorming and distribution of tasks to each member. Practice structure. The group used practice structures to perform the skills. Fixed practice for the drills that were practiced repeatedly in the same way in order to reacquire the skills. just like dribbling the ball with the injured arm and shooting the ball from the free throw line. The second practice structure is variable practice. It's training session that includes frequent changes of tasks so that the steal can be repeated in different situations. This was applied to the skills where the player combined all the motor skills he acquired in order to defend and shoot the ball. Generalization and conclusion. In conclusion, the entire presentation focuses on reacquiring motor skills in basketball after reacquiring an injury with the concept of muscle memory, associated with the problem we're facing today, the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite not engaging in basketball and any activity for a very long time, it will never be a hindrance to start and practice again. Reacquiring the skill will help you gain your strength and be better than before. The overall presentation of the group is the fruit of teamwork, hard work, and perseverance. This presentation wouldn't be possible without the help of each and every member of the group. It really took several days to accomplish everything, and the whole process and the outcome made the group realize the importance of motor learning. The performance will give hope to every athlete and sports enthusiast to relearn and reacquire their skills despite the challenges that happen and might happen. That ends the presentation. Thank you for lending your ears. I, together with my group mates, hope that you learned something from the presentation. Thank you and God bless us all.
Mag-iisang taon na rin simula nung mangyari ang insidente at ng COVID-19 pandemic. And for the past months, bakas pa rin sa aking mukha ang lungkot at hirap na aking nadarama. Napakahirap. Halos buong araw ka lang nakaupo at walang ginagawa. Ang patuloy na pakikipagsapalaran sa makabagong sistema at pagharap sa natamong pinsala. Playing basketball was the only thing I'm sure about, and I badly want to feel the heat and urge again. It's been like forever. Ngunit ngayong araw, unti-unti nang bumabalik sa dati ang lahat. Today is also the day that I get to know the status of my injury. I was too nervous yet excited for the result, only to find out na meron pa palang 2 months extension for my fracture to be fully healed. After 2 long months, finally.
眩しい